All right, so freelancing February has begun. If you're wondering, what are you talking about? It's something that's a part of 100 Devs, a free community I'm part of. All it means is that in February, we're focusing on getting freelancing opportunities as web developers, so building websites for small businesses in our area. So if you're not sure what 100 Devs is, let's pull this up. It's an agency with a free training program. You can look through the old YouTube playlist of all the classes, so all 55 of them. So you get to go through it. There's also a Discord involved. This is the official website for 100 Devs. If you go to here, application step 1, it'll give you a link to join the Discord, which has over 70,000 something members. I think it's 75,000 something, but eh. But anyway, that's just what 100 Devs is if you do want to join us. You can do this without being part of 100 Devs, though. You could join us for freelancing in February, so the more the merrier. So for me, my previous freelancing clients were clients I always got through word of mouth. So going door to door is something totally new to me. I had made my business cards, but up until this point, I'd been kind of nervous to actually go to businesses. I saw some out, put on my sheet, but putting in the sheet doesn't help unless you go in person. So today I went to two. First one's a coffee shop that's been here a long time. I actually do like it a lot. They have an Instagram and Facebook, but they don't actually have a website. And some local businesses do just find an Instagram and Facebook. So they might not need a website, but I still wanted to talk to the owner and see if they are maybe just nervous about it, didn't know what to do. Then I could help them out. I also made a website that was focused on how to show businesses if they want to make a website themselves. I wanted to give them the tools to figure out what web builder they could use. So that was this, where they can choose, like, do you only need one page? These are the ones that might work for you. Are you overwhelmed with all this information? You could turn off what you don't want to know about. Do you have a small shop, big shop? So just different things to help them out. Because honestly, a big part of it is the research. You don't know a website builder. And if I could save one business from using GoDaddy, this was all worth it. So talk a little bit more about my experience to hopefully help others out. So when I walked in the coffee shop, I had ordered my spicy chai, or spice chai, sorry. My spice chai. And honestly, for like 8 minutes after that, I was sitting at the table waiting for a good time to pop in. It was 2 hours till closing, so it wasn't busy. But still, I was trying to find that good slot of time to go bug them and ask them. So when that happened, I walked up, waited a minute for one to come to the counter from the back. And I said, hey, the tea's great. I noticed your business has an Instagram and a Facebook, but it doesn't have a website. By any chance, do you know why the owner hasn't wanted a website, or are they a little nervous about it? And he said, oh, I'm not sure. And I said, oh, yeah, totally understandable. I was curious, what time would the owner, I know her name's Karen just from looking around, what time would Karen be in by any chance? So I can maybe ask her and see if maybe she just needs help with it. I don't think I talked about the free website thing, but I just said that, what time is Karen in, so I can maybe help her if she does want to build a website, just wasn't sure where to start. He says, oh yeah, she's going to be in any day of the week except for after 2 p.m. So you want to come before 2. I said, oh, thank you, appreciate you. And I walked back and I nursed the rest of my tea. Look, I wasn't shaking at all. For those that are pretty much everyone's going to be nervous to start with. This interaction still did go well, even though I did stutter at one point in the conversation. When I get really nervous, I just totally stutter my words and flip over them. Those people are nervous, it still can go well, even if you do have those nerves. Just got to get used to it. Which I know is easier said than done for a lot of people. But that went well, so I'll try to go in tomorrow. So everywhere else was closed at that time because it was around 6 p.m. by the time I finished with the coffee shop. So I went across the street to a panaderia. And so it's a Spanish bakery, basically. I noticed they had nothing Facebook, no Instagram, no website. So I went in, and of course I ordered. I waited for everyone else to finish too before I was like quiet to not bug her. And in the meantime, I was looking through more of their stuff, more of their options. So I told her, hey, I noticed the business doesn't have a website, Instagram, anything like that. Do you know if it made the owners nervous? about building a website? Do they maybe need any help with that? And I feel bad because she looked kind of like startled, even though I was trying to be gentle with it. She's like, "Oh, I'm not sure about that." And I told her, "Oh no, it's okay. I just was checking because I'm a local web dev, and I know building a website can be nerve-wracking, so I just wanted to see if maybe they needed help." And she knows at the time I had my business card. She's like, "Oh yeah, business card." And I said, "Oh yeah, like here's my business card. Of course, she contact me if she wants help building a website, but I also created a site to help her look through and decide which web builder would work for her to build a website herself if she wants to do it herself." That interaction, even though she was gentle and like, it ended okay. Like I didn't run out the door screaming. Looking back, I should have just gone with the usual, "Hey, everything's good, but by any chance, what time would the owner be in? I have a question about the business," to ask them, or even just live it simple at, "Hey, everything's fine. I'm just curious, what time will the owner be in?" Because I was so stressed about like not making it too salesy that I feel like it kind of freaks them out up in the spotlight. And 99% of the employees, like, as someone that's worked in service industry, like you're not going to know the business side of things for that type of stuff. So it feels honestly kind of silly to bug them with those questions. So that's something I learned. For anyone else that's still getting used to these things, keep at it. It's just going to be one thing to get used to. Good luck with the freelancing in February and see you around.